Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. I love you and God loves you best. We are back for another video, and this is for Chasing Orlando Season 1, Episode 6. Together we can make a difference. And I was so mistaken. Please forgive me for my miscommunication. I said that episode 6 was the finale, which in fact it is not. That's why I want to get up my marathon of videos so that I could be on time with the show. But getting right into it, we saw Marley's listening party, and it seemed like it was a real Duval County juking ass time. The aunties was rolling their asses in a rhombus. I was like, ooh, they shaking cake. Um, it was about I love it. I love me some Marley J, because Marley J, he just remind me of a swagged out like sexy ass Snagglepuss. Y'all remember Snagglepuss, the cat from the Pink? I like he's like he just talks with his body. He's so expressive. He's like, the music was taking me over even. I love Marley J. He is everything to me. I think he is just so bomb. Um and he made it clear that he did not invite Max. Max was not on the guest list. He did invite Devin, but Devin was a no-show because he said that he had other engagements, other plans. It might have been with his he and his fiance's daughter. So he was like, okay. But I also noticed that if I'm not mistaken, Remy wasn't there either. So did you invite Remy, Marley? Because I don't recall seeing Ty slash Remy there. Um but it seems like it was awesome engagement, and I want us to use other words than event. I'm tired of hearing the word event all the time, so that's why this was Marley J's listening party. We have Ayo's lash launch, which we're going to talk about right now. We had Ayo meeting up with the guy about, they were having a meeting about his upcoming lash launch. And he's going to be unveiling the lash line that he has for the girls and squirrels. And so actually Callie has his locations on, so he's able to find out where Ayo is. So they meet up, he and Marley, and they meet up with him, and he's like, y'all need to. So he was like, all right, because they was kind of like cock blocking. So once they realized that, they went ahead and skadooshed. And then also the kids were talking about we see Ayo and Remy. They had a performance together, and it's unfortunate that we weren't able to hear the performance, the audio, and I guess that was for copyright purposes, so we weren't able to hear the performance. But just from the visual, it looks like it was a time, and everybody says they did an amazing job. So they were given face, so I'm sure they were synced with the music, and everything was a smash hit. Then they go outside and they discuss Ryan's invite to his PSA that he is going to be filming, and he would like all of the squirrels to be a part of his public service announcement. as it concerns HIV and AIDS. So, we get over to Brian. He is out on the town with his girls, and they are at the bowling alley, and they are having a yabba dabba do time, and he is just discussing the anniversary of life for he has been 11 years in the fight. And again, thank you so much for your transparency and sharing your story. And I think that is very brave of you. It is very honest of you. And it is just very, very caring of you to be so selfless of yourself and to care for others and share your story. And maybe it'll help someone to share of themselves. And then we have we see Pablo and his daughter. Pablo, you have a beautiful daughter, Anaya, who is going to be a senior this year. I swear, these kids are looking tinier and tinier, like as the years go on. I don't know if it's in the food. I don't know like what it is, but they just look more and more underage than they did back when I was growing up. Like a 16-year-old looked like an 18-year-old. 18-year-old looked like a 20-year-old, 22-year-old. Now 18-year-old look like a 12-year-old. Like, what is that about? I mean, we had some that had some baby faces, but for the most part, it was like something that was kind of looking mature. Nevertheless, we see Pablo out with his daughter, and they are going go-karting. So he wants to take time out to discuss with Anaya his presence or the lack thereof, and why he hasn't been around. And yeah, I thought that, to me, because I don't know what it's like not to have both my parents around. My parents have been married now for 52 years. Upcoming, God willing, this coming March, I think it'll be 53. So I don't know what it's like. However, no parents are perfect, but I don't feel like a child deserves an excuse other than I was doing the best that I knew, doing the best that I can, and I will vow to do better. I apologize and I vow to do better. But to tell your child that you're going through things, I mean, that's life. We all going through things, but a parent doesn't get a vacation from being a parent. You still have to be there for your children, Pablo. It just sounded like, to me, it sounded like excuses. There's never a reason to be absent. And then I don't want to hear about distance. If they're in Broward or Dade or whatever, and you are in Orange County, I mean, you're not in a different state. You only like 3 hours away, 4 hours away. What is it to come up for a weekend? And we got Brightline now too. Like, they could catch the Brightline. You don't even have to drive. They could catch Brightline, goes from Miami to Orlando. So you don't even have that excuse no more. Yeah. I'm waiting. I don't like to overtalk people. I like to give them the opportunity to talk so that we're not bumping heads or nothing. Everybody feels heard. Because I appreciate you sharing the conversation about, her staying focused in her senior year and not getting sidetracked with boys, because B's and B's don't mix. That's what my mom used to tell me. Boys and books don't mix. And you said that you don't want to be a PayPal or an Apple Pay dad. But if you are being kept away from them physically, if you're saying there are extenuating circumstances that are keeping you away in person, then what else is there other than financial means? That's the only other way that you can be present. And you say that you want some of that time too. You want a phone call. Well, all I could say is you pick up the phone and you continue to call and you text your children, or you do whatever is necessary to be active in their or her life. Because when a child gets a certain age, yes, you are more of a paymaster than a parent. You're more of a means. You're still a parent. They still need that direction and that nurturing, but they're looking to you more of it as an ATM. So I don't know what you expect. You have a lot of expectations, little man. Nevertheless, I think it would be, I offer you to accept this challenge. I offer you the opportunity to think less of yourself, and think more of the people in your life who you say matter to you most. Put them before you for a little bit. Pour into them. Because it seems to me that you already come first. Despite what you say, I go by what I see. And what I see is you put you first. So now I'm asking you to try and go out on a limb and put those people first. Or at least make them a priority. Try it. So then his daughter also says that he asked her something about how does she feel about, I guess, his lifestyle. And she says, I don't care. Once again, what's in the heart, the mouth speaks. She really doesn't care. She cares that you come through with that paper. And if you ain't coming through with that paper, that's what she cares about. Who you sleeping with is of no concern to her. She really doesn't. But my granddaddy also said, don't care, ain't got no home. So, baby, you got to care about something. And she does care about something. She cares about anticipating to make straight A's, and she cares about staying focused in her senior year, and she cares about having fun. These are the things that she stated, and those are the things that should be important to Miss Anaya. Good for you. Now we get lastly to Brian's PSA announcement. I think this was so refreshing to see the entire group get together on one accord and be there for one common goal, and that is share awareness of something that many are living with today. So thank you, Brian, for, in your own way, being the one to really and truly corral the group together so that they could come on one accord for something that mattered and do something positive without any dissension and without any disruption. It was just sheer positivity. Thank you, Brian, for allowing us to see all of the cast members in a positive light. It was so refreshing. Again, no, Remy was not there. Remy, I got my eye on you, girl, because on the things that really, really count, these are the things that really, really matter. And while you saying, you wasn't able to make it, but people see you on your social media and they see like you got your feet up and you just chilling. And if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. Who else wasn't able to make it? Marley. I'm sure Marley was working on something and he would have been there if he could have been there. I'm sure, because there's no way that, Brian looked so nice and dapper at your event and you would just stand him up. So I'm sure it was something, an engagement or something that he could not get out of, and that's why he was not there. But Remy, I'm watching you. So again, the event was a success. Together we can make a difference. And that is the close of episode 6. Let me know what you thought of this episode. Let me know what you thought of Marley's listening party. Let me know what you thought of Brian's public service announcement filming, and leave your comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you are feeling about the season as a whole right now. I'm really enjoying Orlando. I didn't have any doubt that it was going to deliver, because it's Florida, baby. What else would you expect? Would you expect anything less? It's Florida. But I'm really enjoying it. I'm enjoying all of the cast. Everyone brings something unique, that is unique to them. So I really appreciate that, good, bad, or indifferent. So overall, I'm enjoying everything. I have to say, there was in the last episode, in this most recent episode, episode 6, Pablo, you can get very vocal. I'm just going to say, Pablo, you get very vocal in the comment section. And it seems like you get vocal when somebody doesn't agree with you. This is a reoccurring theme with you. If you don't like what someone is saying, everyone's not going to be, you're not going to be everyone's cup of tea. And that's okay. It doesn't take anything away from you. And you don't have to comment on everything. It doesn't bring anything to you. It takes away, but it doesn't bring anything to you. You want to bring something to yourself, ignore it. Or just simply thank them for watching. Because they're coming to see, hey. So no harm, no foul. You don't have to go back and forth with people. We're always watching. We see. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, until next time.